Tara Reid, who accused the president of sexual assault back when he was a senator, suggested that maybe her complaints are in those records. Who knows what else is in those records? Biden talks about his calls to Putin when he was a senator. Well, wouldn't that be interesting to find out what's in those records? We were in Dover, Delaware. Dover is the capital of Delaware. And the Delaware Supreme Court was hearing a challenge by Judicial Watch and the Daily Caller News Foundation, a challenge trying to vindicate the people's right to know under the Delaware state open records law. We wanted access to the Biden senatorial records that he gave to the University of Delaware, but now the American people can't see one of those documents. And the initial deal, which we still can't see either, was that they would be released a few years after he left public service. But then, of course, he ran for president, so they used that as an excuse not to turn any of the documents over. Tara Reid, who accused the president of sexual assault back when he was a senator, suggested that maybe her complaints are in those records. Who knows what else is in those records? Biden talks about his calls to Putin when he was a senator. Well, wouldn't that be interesting to find out what's in those records? So Joe Biden, with the snap of his fingers, assuming he's cognitively capable of doing it, could have these records released toot sweet. But he's hiding behind the University of Delaware, who is not releasing any of the records. And the fight legally is over whether government money, state money, is being used to house these records and whether that means that they should be released, which is important. And secondly, though, one thing we're asking about, what about the deal that Biden made with the government here or the University of Delaware? Why can't we even get records about the deal? And they don't want to turn those records over to us too. So this is not only a cover up of the records, but it's a cover up of the cover up of the records. So our lawyers, we had a Delaware team in Delaware argue for Judicial Watch, which filed the lawsuit, and our co-plaintiff, Daily Caller News Foundation, before the Delaware Supreme Court. It's available online, so I encourage you to watch it. And it seemed to me, and it's always hard to tell through oral argument where the courts are going to go, but sometimes you get a feel for it. And the judges seemed a little bit skeptical that we should take at face value their assertions that no government money was used to house was essentially thousands of square feet of records. I think 4,000 cubic square feet or something like that. And they would have us believe there's no money involved there. And they don't want the open records law to be used to get those records. And as importantly, they don't want us to find out about this secret deal that he made with the University of Delaware. So we'll see how the court rules. But I mean, this is so, I'm the president of Judicial Watch, but I love Judicial Watch, not because I'm the president, because I'm a citizen. And this is a sort of work that's just so great because no one else is willing to do it. We began this litigation back during the campaign. I think it was in 2019 even, maybe even before the campaign. Well, as soon as we found out about the deal. And no one else is interested in doing it. The media is not doing it. He's the president of the United States. We of course, we want to know about his records as a public official in the Senate. And we're up there doing, as I often say, the heavy lifting all alone. And if Judicial Watch doesn't do it, no one will. Actually, we got a few other groups out there that might do it too, but practically speaking, no one else is doing it. Certainly not in the measure that Judicial Watch is. So, I mean, we've had Andrew Cuomo, we've had the Me Too movement, we have significant and substantial allegations of sexual assault against the president, and there could be answers in the documents up there, and Judicial Watch is the only one demanding access, isn't it? It's incredible, but it's frankly par for the course here in this decrepit city. So pray for the wisdom and discernment for that God grants the court wisdom and discernment, and and they follow the law, rule in our favor. So let's hope we get the good result there.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.